Okay guys, welcome back to the F1 2017 career. We are here for the Chinese Grand Prix. I'm going to be doing qualifying very shortly. You guys won't see qualifying, but I'm just saying, looking at the rivalry screen and all that, that probably haven't seen much recently in the F1 2017 career of mine. So, yeah, we've got a power unit after qualifying. It's 56% wear. You know, it's not even before qualifying, should I say? So I'm going to fit a component. You know, I'm going to have to wait for that, I think, to be put in, I think, out with the old yet. Because I'll put a new power unit in for qualifying and the race. Gearbox is fine, and the weekend tyre allocation, that's already done. My rep standings, Red Bull are looking good after the first race of the season. There's a link in the description below for you to check that out. And I will see you guys on the grid for the race for the Chinese Grand Prix. Let's see how we qualify. Okay then guys, it is race time here in China. It's looking very beautiful weather today, although I wouldn't mind if it rained a little. And we will check the qualifying standings in a few moments. We've got a 14 lap race today, so I'm going to be running 4 extra laps of fuel, I think. Yeah, I'm going to be running 18 laps. Means we're going to be heavier at the start of the Grand Prix, but we can burn it a little throughout the Grand Prix. As you can see, we qualified in P7, but let's run through our expectations. As you can see, where a few of the drivers lined up on the formation lap here in race time in China. So my expectation today, as in qualifying, was to be finish 7th or above and beat Sergio Perez and be 9th in the championship by the end of this race heading into Bahrain. So I've spent a few upgrade points on the powertrain efficiency, department efficiency, should I say. So I've got less than, I think I've got like 300 resource points left for the start of, for the next episode at the end of this. So yeah, P7. I'm hoping we can at least score some points again like we did in Australia. You never know, it might work out where we can get some very decent points indeed. We got a good finish in Australia, so yeah. China should be a little bit easier as we've got a newer power unit. Of course, that helped us out in qualifying, so I will see you guys. Well, we'll run through the grid order to see where everybody else lines up, and I will see you guys for the start of the Chinese Grand Prix.
The starting grid looks like for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Ricciardo, Max Verstappen and Hamilton, a Force India, Magnussen, Stroll and Jolyon Palmer, Grosjean, Sainz, Sergio Perez and Alonso, Massa, Hulkenberg, Stoffel Van Dorn and Daniel Kvyat. Ericsson and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay then, here we are on the line with all 5 lights. When they go out, we'll be underway. Here in China, we're away. We're not off to a good start here. We've got Kevin Magnussen to his inside. We cut him off already because, well, we didn't make such a great launch. They're going 4 wide behind us as Ricciardo leads. No, not Ricciardo. As Raikkonen takes the lead of the Grand Prix. We got the inside of the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton and Daniel Ricciardo in the Red Bull. Through turn 1, we're being hit by Hamilton. Oh, we're still 3 wide. Oh God. We were still 3 wide. I did not know about that. I'll probably put in a replay after we get past them now up in the inside. Can we hold them off this time? They're still side by side in the Red Bull and the Mercedes. Okay, what a start that was. We were side by side with Lewis Hamilton and Daniel Ricciardo for a couple of corners as somebody has joined a party that I can also join. Keep forgetting to turn my notifications off as we go deep into the next part. That's surely going to let the 3-time champion Hamilton have a chance. Okay, no, he backs off, so as we settle down, I'll probably put in a replay of that turn 1. Okay then, so here's a replay of what happened at turn 1 as we was 3 wide with with Ricciardo and Lewis Hamilton. So they looked like they went in a bit side by side as well. That gap was always going to close. Lewis looked like he squeezed. Oh no, we pushed Lewis into Ricciardo. Oh, okay. that was kind of my fault. So yeah, as we're still side by side with the two, well, the two, well, front runners, should I say? So yeah, as we still dive up the inside at the next turn, that was, yeah, I don't know, that turn one was kind of weird. So let's get back to the action.
That's a decent start. Good job.
Okay, so as we skip ahead to almost the end of the first lap still. We've got Lewis Hamilton breathing down his neck in that very powerful Mercedes Works car as we've extended the braking zone quite a ways there. That was not intentional. Wait, Palmer's up in P8? What's happened to... How's Palmer up in P8 as we're down to P7? After I extended the braking zone involuntarily, of course, but we're in the slipstream of Daniel Ricciardo in the Red Bull. We're running rich mix because we can, of course. We can save... We've put enough fuel in the car. Can we go up the inside at the first turn? Not quite on the Red Bull driver. Okay, we're just settling to a rhythm. We should be quicker than Palmer, but I don't know if we can catch the Red Bulls here. Okay, he's earlier on the brakes than we are through there. We nearly nudge him, but he's going to be much better through here because to be fair, we're quite close to him, so we're not going to have any air on our car, so we're going to have to slow down. I'm going to have to learn how to take that turn if I want to be able to make some, anything happen today. At least we didn't outbrake ourselves down here again. There's somebody out of the Grand Prix. I was just going to skip ahead to the end of the lap again. But it's Pascal Wehrlein out of the Grand Prix in the Sauber. I don't think he did quite well in Australian either, but we've seemed to have lost on a bit of pace on Daniel Ricciardo. So now we're going to be fending off Jolyon Palmer. I should not be racing Palmer. Seriously. Mind you, the Renault is a good car, but it's not... But on the F1 game, it should be Hülkenberg, really, shouldn't it? That should be racing up here, not Jolyon Palmer. We're round about where I would expect to be, though, because the front few cars are just way too quick. We're not going to be able to catch them in today's Grand Prix, I don't think, so... We've got Palmer, and then the Haas is holding people up, I believe, so... I believe that's probably Kevin Magnussen. And as we're coming into the braking zone for the end of lap 5, it is time to make a pit stop here in China. As Jolyon Palmer, we've pulled away from him slightly. As we're coming into the pit lane now, we should still stay ahead of the our fellow Brit, Jolyon Palmer, but we'll find out. No speeding penalties, hopefully. Nope, no speeding penalties, and we've got the pit limiter engaged, and we're in the pits. Okay, so what's this going to be? We had like a 2.7, 2.8 second stop, I think, in Australia, so this is going to be slower. 2.6, actually. We're held by the Red Bull. But, yeah, we're out. Can we get out ahead of Palmer? Yes, we can. Have we lost time to Palmer? Yes, we have. He's a lot closer. I'm going to have to start watching me fuel a bit more. As we come out of the pit lane now, Palmer's right there, but we're a lot closer to the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo. I'm sorry if there's a crying in the background, guys. That's my cat. He's in the hallway because I'm recording. Can we get all over the back of Daniel Ricciardo? Have we got a chance to pass the Red Bull down into the next turn? I think we're a little too far back. I know the excess weight fuel is weighing us down as we're on the brakes and into the back of Daniel Ricciardo slightly. It shouldn't be a problem. That front wing damage shouldn't be a problem as we're coming into the next few turns. But we're not catching Daniel Ricciardo anytime soon, are we? So We should be alright with this front wing damage. It could be worse. Okay, Sergio Perez is in the pits as we brake very late into this next turn, into that final, well, second to last turn. We're still ahead of Jolly and Palmer, which is not surprising. I thought I'd get rid of that cone because I knew somebody else will at some point. Here we go. What can we do? We've jumped his teammate. We've jumped his teammate and we're into P8 and P9 so far. But we've dropped Palmer massively after the pit stops there, so I'm just going to run Rich Mix for a little longer. We're nearly halfway through this Grand Prix.
Okay, the gap behind is 3.0 seconds.
Okay, so as we come out the final turn now, there's a few other cars have pitted as we take P7 back in today's Grand Prix, so we've kind of stabilised. We haven't lost anything, any position, so we're good. We're looking good for P7. So, and it doesn't. I don't know if anything else or much more exciting is going to happen in today's Grand Prix, but we'll find out. Apparently, we're running 9 extra laps of fuel. Apparently, as we're over half distance in this Grand Prix, so 3.4 seconds ahead of Palmer. I don't think anything's going to happen today for the rest of the Grand Prix, but well, you never know.
Couldn't receive that. Repeat the message.
Okay guys, this is interesting. This might make it more exciting, the race, for the last few laps. Magnussen has got around Palmer, so we'll continue to monitor that, see if he actually catches up. 4.1 seconds the gap is. I don't know, but I am starting to feel a bit of understeer as Daniel Kvyat's out of the Grand Prix now, as I'm starting to feel a bit of understeer in this Force India now, thanks to the front wing damage. But I'll continue to manage the gap to Kevin Magnussen. That's interesting, guys. We're managing the gap to Kevin Magnussen, and there's yellow flags down the back straight. I don't know if there's another car that is out of the Grand Prix other than Kvyat and Verline, but there was yellow flags down this back straight as we're coming to, you know, lap 13. I don't think there is now any car there, but or yellow flags. There's the yellow flags. Somebody is out of the Grand Prix. I don't know who it is. We'll find out in a few seconds. I think it's one of the front runners. Is it? No, Ricardo's got past him. There's the yellows. It's another Sauber. What's he doing?
Okay, clear.
Not to worry. I'll probably put up a replay of that as we're coming to the second to last lap of the Grand Prix. So it's been a strange Grand Prix. I'm probably going to skip ahead to the end of the race now, as Marcus Ericsson is now out of the Grand Prix. So actually, is this Red Bull driving slow for you guys as well? Has Ricciardo got a problem in his Red Bull? As Marcus Ericsson finally retires. Yeah, Ricciardo's got a problem. He's lost his front wing. He's lost his front wing somehow. So we take P6 on the second to last Grand Prix, last lap of the Grand Prix, as Ricciardo went past the Red Bull man without a front wing. So it's going to be another good finish another decent finish for Force India today, as long as we, stay here. So I will.
The car behind it sustained heavy damage. The loss of downforce should see them drop back.
It's sustained a heavy damage, yet it's not there, mate. So we're coming to the end of the Grand Prix now, starting the last lap of the race. So we look like we're set for P6. Drama late on here in China.
Caution.
So here we go, guys. There it is. There's the race winner. Kimi Raikkonen wins, and yet another Grand Prix in his first since 2013, Australia 2013. Kimi Raikkonen wins the Chinese Grand Prix to take the fight to Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton, who won the first Grand Prix. Ferrari on top in China, as we're coming around the final couple corners now to finish another fantastic Grand Prix in 6th place. Another points finish for Force India and ahead of his teammate. Get in there, P6. It's not as good as the P4 that we got in Australia, but I'm happy about it. Yeah, top job all weekend. Here we go with the drivers stepping out of the cars and onto the podium for the Chinese Grand Prix. There's Maurizio Arrivabene, completely overjoyed that Ferrari won. A bit blurry again, but he's overjoyed. There's Kimi Raikkonen winning the Grand Prix once again. Fantastic drive, I think, for Kimi Raikkonen. I didn't see quite what it was or how he did, so yeah, definitely the Ferrari is definitely good on the tyres here in 2017. And yeah, fantastic Grand Prix. There's the drivers coming onto the podium. It's Sebastian Vettel on the podium, joining the two Finns, Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen. There he is, he holds his trophy up high, Kimi does. He's smiling as ever, and he's spraying the champagne over the Ferrari team and his teammate there, Sebastian Vettel, and at the camera. Maurizio still looks very blurry. And yeah, there's Valtteri Bottas. He's got to be happy about finishing second, as now there's a dog squealing. Okay, so let's have a look at the drivers' standings. We'll look at the drivers' results before we look at the drivers' standings. Kimi Raikkonen wins ahead of Valtteri Bottas and Sebastian Vettel. Lewis Hamilton moved up from P6 to P4. We've gone from P7 to P6. Verstappen stays where he is. Magnussen moves up. Grosjean powering the points. Perez gets a point. Massa misses out. Ricciardo yet again failing to score, as we have 3 drivers out: Ericsson, Kvyat and Verline. So the driver standings currently are this. So Lewis Hamilton is still leading the championship, but the Vettel and Bottas are tied on points for 4 points. 4 points behind Lewis Hamilton, 33 apiece. Kimi Raikkonen gets some redemption after the non-finish in Australia to get 25 points. I finish of course, in 20th. No, not 20th. I've got 20 points. That's another 6th place finish, which means I get moved down in the points. And Verstappen, Perez finally gets some points, I think. No, he's scored again, Perez has, and still quite a few drivers yet to score, including big names, Daniel Ricciardo. Constructors' Championship, sorry. We're 43 points off, but we're still in 3rd. Haas has moved ahead of Red Bull. Williams has moved down, and they're tied with Renault. And 2 teams yet to get off the mark, which is Sauber and McLaren. And Mercedes are winning that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button down below, and I will see you guys for Bahrain.